Good evening. I want to first and foremost congratulate you on taking the first steps in financial stability. I want to share a few things with you today about saving money. Saving for the future comes more into mind the older we get. We do not want to leave the burden of debt to our kids and family. That is why it's so important to get started right away to ensure you, as you grow older, are more financially secure. I like to categorize savings into three levels: basic, advanced, and retirement. We will discuss these later in my speech. Of these three different levels, they all have different risks and different benefits based on your level of comfort and educations and of the means of savings. Being creatures of habit, it is important for people like us to stop and reevaluate our situation. For a large number of people, finances do not become a hard issue until you run into a problem that requires more money than you have. The problem at its center, and can be best explained by world-renowned New York Times bestselling author and financial guru Dave Ramsey. Mr. Ramsey, I believe, said it best. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like. And I stand here before you today and admit I too have fallen victim to this earlier in life. But now, in my mid-30s, I am nowhere near where I want to be financially. But guess what? I am getting there. So I want to share with you some of the key things that have worked for me, and also things that I think will be good for you in the future. There are three categories of savings that I looked into throughout the years in planning for my own future. The basics. You can teach these great habits to your kids also. Loose change in your pockets. It adds up. Say you have $2 in change at the end of the day. That adds to up around $730 a year. Educate yourself about savings. This step is very important. The more you know, the better off you'll be. Create a budget. I cannot stress this enough. Everybody needs a budget. Pay yourself at payday. If you go ahead and pay yourself so you can put money in a savings investment, over time, it makes the process a lot smoother. And if you set it up direct deposit or something of that sort, it's really easy that way. The longer you wait, the longer it takes. Emergency funds. This is the most important step. With a fully funded emergency fund with a total of, I'd say, around 3 months' pay as the average, will help ease the stress of those unexpected expenses such as car wrecks, stuff that always pops up that you don't have money for. The advanced level now, this is the area where you have a little money saved up and you have a healthy emergency fund. Now this is the time to put your money to work for you. Roth IRAs. These investments tend to be the safest and most preferred by most people. Mutual funds that are tax-free the first $5,000. And that's by a year. So that is a pretty good investment. You have your traditional IRAs. There are age limits and contribution limits. You're not going to be able to touch this until you're in your late 50s, early 60s without a penalty. Stocks. Stocks are extremely dangerous. But if you know and you're comfortable with the risk, these can work out for you. A life cycle mutual fund is a mutual fund that you invest into for a certain year. Say you're going to retire in 2032, and you invest in a 2030 mutual fund, and they adjust the risk and what you invest in to safer bets the closer you get to that 2030. And the retirement phase. You have things like wealth management, trust funds, Social Security. Social Security, it's yours. You've earned it. You need to use it. Pensions. Pensions are a lot less common nowadays. But there are a few companies do still offer a pension in lieu of a 401k. But the most important thing is have enough money to last the rest of your life. Find that magic number. The first is the age you want to retire, and at that amount of accumulated wealth you need to retire at that age, and plan accordingly, because life comes at you fast, believe it or not. And finally, I hope you gained an appreciation of the options available to you. There are many different means of savings, as we now know. Finding the right means of savings that works for you will take careful research and consideration. Not only is it just about your future, it's about your kids' future too. Just remember, it's never too late to start saving. Your loved ones depend on it. And now I leave you with a quote from a great man and well-known and extremely successful investor, Warren Buffett. Mr. Buffett has said, "Successful investing takes time, discipline, and patience. No matter how great the talent or effort, some things just take time."